Hi, I'm Ken, and this is Roots and Peaks. We're a channel dedicated to hiking, being outdoors, and your mental health. Tonight, we're doing something a little bit different. As you can tell, it's dark out. You might be able to hear some animals. We're going to talk about night hiking, and why maybe you haven't done it yet, and why maybe you should. So, there's three main reasons that most people don't consider night hiking, or hiking in the dark. One, you're afraid of the dark. It's kind of spooky out here. I've got a light over there, I've got a light on my head, and I'm alone, and it's a little scary. That's okay. Number two, you're afraid of animals. No one wants to get attacked by a bear, or a wolf, or a coyote. Those are valid fears. And number three, you're afraid of people. You don't want to be out hiking when it's dark and there's a creepy person around. Those are the fears that have probably kept you from night hiking or hiking in the dark. But there's some reasons to hike in the dark. Number one, it's absolutely beautiful. It's not like anything else you've ever experienced. It's unlike hiking during the day. It's unlike being out in the wilderness during the day. It's a whole, totally unique experience. Number two, solitude when you're night hiking or hiking in the dark is different. It just is. It's a little scary and it's kind of exciting. Number three, you really, really connect with nature in a very different way. You have to listen to everything. You have to make sure that you're very aware. You have to understand your place in the world and how you fit in with other animals and nature. It's just a very unique experience. It's something that I feel like people should try at least once. Okay, how can we dispel some of those fears? Remember, the fears are, number one, you're afraid of the dark. Number two, you're afraid of animals. Number three, you're afraid of people. Let's start with the dark. I forgot to tell you one other thing at the last spot. If you run hot, hiking in the night is amazing because it's much cooler. Or if you're in an arid place or in the desert, hiking in the night or when there's no direct sunlight is the way to go. All right, so how do you overcome your fear of the darkness? Well, it's pretty simple. The easiest way is to bring a light so that it's not as dark or not dark at all. I'm wearing a headlamp. It's a Nikkor headlamp. I would strongly recommend something that you can wear as opposed to something that you have to hold in your hand. So a headlamp's good. There are flashlights that'll clip onto the brim of a baseball cap. Those are great too. And the other thing when it comes to light sources is make sure that you have enough batteries and or a backup, because you don't want to get stuck out in the woods in the dark, especially if you're afraid of the dark, without any light source. Another really good light source that you almost always have on you is your phone. So your phone has a flashlight, but I would not recommend using that as your primary light source. Something like a headlamp is going to be much more useful. The second thing that you can do to overcome your fear of the dark, in addition to bringing a light, is bring a friend or a dog or some other being to be with you. A lot of the times the reason that we're afraid of the dark or, lack of light is because our mind plays tricks on us. It runs away from us. We think, oh, I'm out here all by myself and it's really dark and there could be anything around the corner. Now, you wouldn't think that in the daytime because you can see a lot farther and we're a lot more comfortable with what's out there. But when you have a friend, you can kind of laugh those things off. You can talk about whether there's something that you think is an actual threat or not. And it's really great. Or if you have an animal that you can bring with you on a hike, like a dog, that's an amazing, amazing resource for you because dogs have a great sense of smell and they also have really good hearing. Well, unless your dog's like mine, he's 17 years old, but he still loves to get out and hike with me at night. And dogs can sense a lot more than we can. They can smell a lot more, they can hear a lot more. They understand the way the forest works or a field works in the middle of the night. They don't have to see things, they can sense it better than we can. And that's a great reassurance. And now for a couple things that you should worry about in the dark. First of all, if you're hiking by a road, wear something reflective. Do not go out there in a dark shirt on the side of the road. A car could come by and not see you and accidentally clip you or hit you. Don't do that. Wear something that's really reflective. That's gonna save your life on the side of a road. If you're out in the woods, it's a little bit different unless it's hunting season where you're from, and then you're gonna want to wear bright orange. But generally in the middle of the night, you're not gonna have a whole bunch of hunters mistaking you for an animal. Another reason to be cautious at night when it's dark is because it's dark, there is no sunlight, you're not getting that heat. So if you're in a cold area of the world anyway, it's really important that you bring layers. Bring a jacket, bring a raincoat in case you get caught out in the cold, and bring a bivvy. Now a bivvy is a really important piece of gear for night hiking because if you broke your leg or fell down, you can climb into a bivvy and that will give you some shelter, some form of shelter. And they pack down so small, they're tiny. It's really worth bringing it with you. You could stuff it in your pocket if you're not gonna bring a backpack. Next, we're on to tackle your fear of wild animals. Hey guys. Hi. So that was super interesting. They were not coyotes, they were deer. What can you do to eliminate your fear of wildlife? There's nothing that you can do to eliminate that fear, but you can alleviate it, you can make it much, much smaller. The first thing that I'd recommend is make a lot of noise as you're hiking. I have a bell on this bag. Some people call it a bear bell. As I walk, it kind of jingles. And that gives animals a chance to know, hey, there's someone else here. Maybe I want to go somewhere else. In general, animals do not want to interact with you. They don't want to mess with you. That sound gives them the cue to move somewhere else. The other thing you can do is you can hike with a friend or with a dog. The more people or animals that are around you, the less likely any animal will want to interact with you. And I think another thing that you can do just to be on the completely safe side is you look up all of the animals that might be in your area. You familiarize yourself with why they might interact with a human. For instance, bears, right? A lot of people think that bears are going to attack you. They aren't. Unless they're absolutely starving to death, they are not going to want to interact with you in any way. Now, you could scare a bear, and if you do that, then you could be in trouble. So a lot of people carry with them bear spray or a firearm. The more you go out and the more you see animals outside, the less you'll be afraid of them. Trust me, they are much more afraid of you, and with good reason. We do a lot more damage to animals than they do to us. Okay, so if we humans do more damage to animals than they do to us, and that's a good reason not to be afraid of them, how about other people? Fear of people can be overcome with two really easy steps. One, hike in a group, because if there's a bunch of people around, no random psycho killer is going to come after you. And two, hike somewhere that you're very familiar with and that no psycho killers are at. So hiking in that insane asylum that you've had on your list, don't do that at night alone. Do that with a group of friends in the daytime. Or don't do it, because that's stupid. All right, the hike is done. I'm back at my truck and I'm safe and sound. Remember, the reasons that you probably haven't tried hiking at night or in the dark are the following. One, you're afraid of the dark. Really simple solution, wear a headlamp, bring a backup light. Two, you're afraid of wildlife. Learn what wildlife is around. I'm not going to tell you that you should hike at night where you live because I don't know what that wildlife is. But in most places of the United States and really around the world, it's okay to hike at night. You just need to know what's around and how to deal with those animals. And three, You're afraid of people. So hike with friends, hike with groups, hike with your dog, and hike in safe places. And then you don't have to be afraid of people. Are you going to try night hiking or hiking in the dark? I hope so. It's really beautiful. You get to see more stars than you probably ever will otherwise. You get to explore different areas, and you really get in touch with nature. You have to listen, you have to smell, you have to see in a different way. And I love that, and I'd love to share that with you. So if you like this content, please subscribe, click the bell notification, all of that dorky stuff. We're gonna have lots more content. If you like this video, tell me. I'll make more content about night hiking or other things like this. And if you have any other suggestions, please let me know. I'd love to make some stuff that's useful to you. Thank you.